Hello, today I'm just showing off a couple of different configurations for this bullet insert that I sell on Etsy. So it will store all the content that's out for the game now, and also at least the 8 new characters coming out maybe mid-2024, Paw and Palette. So here we go. This is an example of what the insert might look like for you if you have maybe just the base game and you're planning on expanding more in the future. So we got our rule book, and in here you can see there's lots of empty space. That is mostly just because there's lots of room to grow. So we have our bag here. Right now it's got the cardboard chips in there, but if you had the wood ones, it also fits just fine in there. I'll show you an example of that. Here's a bag with wooden chips, and you can see that's also going to fit in that same spot, no problem. There's also a second tray right here. If you have 2 sets of deluxe bullets, you can actually either leave one set there and then put this on top, or you could take this out and you can mix and match however you want to. Anyway, right now we're just looking at kind of the bare bones. So we have this trace mostly just kind of here, keeping everything in place, and then this one is right there. You don't even really need this. If you want to save some money, I have an option of not even having this. And then this is just sitting in here. The only issue is that maybe these might move around a bit, but you could, I don't know, maybe move things around. But anyway, that is how it's going to look right there. You could also move these bags over here, and that will help take up some more space. Anyway, so let's take this out. This right here is just a spot to put some bags. Some people like to maybe have 8-player setup for the game. So you can see it's about as wide as the bags are, and you can really cram them in there and fit, I don't know, maybe six of them. The ones that come with the base game anyway. I also like to use these ones. These are microfiber ones with the round bottom from the BGG store. They're nice because you can really scrunch them up nice and tight compared to these thicker bags, which take up quite a bit more space. So if you want to cram even more in the box, I recommend these. They also just feel a little nicer. Anyway, these can kind of sit here with your bullets, or you could throw them here. It's nice over here because they kind of keep the cards in place, but let's see what else we got here. So this design has changed a little bit. I'll show you on the other insert, but this right here is really great because each character has their own spots labeled, and you can fan through and grab whatever character you need. That'll also be fixing the other one. These cards are unsleeved, but it does support sleeved cards, as you'll see coming up. Here is just 3 more slots for more cards in the future. You'll see on my other one that they're starting to fill up. And then here you have spots for 1 set of the green tiles for a competitive game. It supports up to 4 players with that. Technically there's 27 tiles and everyone can only have 3, and do some math, and it probably supports up to 7 or 8 players. You may run out, but in my experience 1 set is enough. If you want to have a second set, there's this piece here which can go right there, and you can have another set in there, but some people don't really want to do that. Anyway, right here is the cooperative tiles. You can fit 2 full sets in here to play the game co-op up to, I guess, 8. So that's right there. We can go ahead and take these out. Right here is one of the 2 trays that come with the game. There's kind of options for how you want to set it up. Right now we have basic tokens in here, but this will fit 2 deluxe tokens in each little spot, as you'll see on the other one. And then we have the characters and the boards down below there. This one right here, you don't need it. If, for example, you'll see in my other setup, I have this removed because I've kind of got bags kind of all over the place. Anyway, in here right now is just extra dividers. This person doesn't have the expansions, so they're just storing the dividers in here for when they get them, if they ever do. Let's jam this in here. Okay, cool. Reference cards are right there. You could also, there will be a reference card divider, so you could even add it in there. Anyway, that's kind of what the base game would look like if you have no expansions, no deluxe bullets, no sleeves, anything like that. So let's put that aside and take a look at my box. This one here is set up for 4 players with deluxe bits, all the characters, all the expansions that are out right now, the works. And then I have this secondary box holding extra bullets for up to 8 players, so I'll show that here in a minute. So then this one, we would be looking at Star and Orange and Heart, all in the same box with room for more. So we have this, obviously. Move that aside. You can see my new design for the dividers. They are color coded if you want, or you can just do them black. Some of them don't quite show up quite as easily, at least on camera, but you can definitely see them. And here I have the cards sleeved, and so you can see they take up quite a bit more room. I have one bag just kind of crammed in there to hold them up. And then you can see I have, these are actually all the boss cards. They're unsleeved. You could also maybe store them in a secondary box if you want the room for more characters instead, which is kind of what I did. I don't play the co-op quite as much. Anyway, let's take a look at this. So we have our deluxe set of bullets here. I just keep one in here. There is a way to store everything in here with 2 deluxe sets for up to 8 players with sleeves and all that, and I'll show you how you would configure that as well, but we'll move that aside. I have this bag right here with the power-up tiles. You could also leave it in the plastic divider, but I like to just take it out and just have this bag in here, and then it's good to go. Player bags, I have 4 in here right now, and then some more in this one. There's obviously more room to get more of them in here if I crammed them in there, but I kind of set this one up to be a slimmer version of the box. You can have a little lid lift with everything you want in there, but that's not how I had it set up. Right here, this is an older design, but it's the same. It would normally look like this. And so you can see it's just changed a little bit, but I have 2 sets of the cooperative pieces in here. They would normally be in this one though. I never make anything for myself. I'm too busy doing it for everyone else. So I have in here this tray. It does come with 2 of them. I'm only using 1. It does have a couple extra bullets in here for some fan-made ones, so there is a little more room for expansions. But you can see I've got everything in here. I don't have the hearts for when you're playing co-op, just because they didn't quite fit, but you can just use any bullet you're not using, like face down, and that does the trick. Or you could throw a little bag in there with some. So we've got that. We have all the characters that are out right now. This is, I think, 22 of them. You can see quite a lot. And of course there's room for the extra ones later on down the road. But that's what we're looking like there. Player boards, I have 8 of them in here. They don't quite fit in this box, so if I want to play 8 players, I've got them in here. Fan-made one too, I guess. These are kind of what I intended for these trays to be used for, is just even more cards. They do stick up ever so slightly, you can see there, but they kind of sit in the middle, so the box kind of naturally bows right there anyway. I haven't had any issues with it. If you sleeve it, they're going to stick up even a little bit more, but there's only so much space in here. So the last bit we have is the card tray, the main one. It's sitting a little bit lower. That's not how it actually is. I fixed that, but this is what it looks like. I have currently the 2 base games, Heart and Star, and then Orange, the main first expansion, and then I have the 2 promo characters back here, Beethoven and Claire. Anyway, this is what the card tray looks like. You can actually just leave it in the box all the time. You don't necessarily have to take it out, but we'll take it out to look at it. In here, there's a little ridge right here because there's 3 sections to this. I think it separates right here. You can kind of see down in there. If I take one of these out, looks like it splits right there, maybe. Right there. Okay. So you can kind of open it up like that, and then this will come out. And this is what the cards look like. There's 3 of these in there, and there's actually this little rail kind of system that I designed. And so these actually can slide, and you can see the spacing is 100% adjustable. So if you have sleeves, no sleeves, extra characters. Some characters take up more space than others. That is Memory, who has a whole buttload of cards. You can see that with this design versus my other one with the slots, this one's even more adjustable. And how this works is, let's say you want to add a character or take one out. There's a little hole right here. So you slide it all the way up, pull on it a little bit, and the divider comes out. You can see it locks in on the top and the bottom. So the divider can't come out any other way except for sliding up to this little slot. So then we have this in here, and then when it comes time to put it back in, some of these cards have kind of fallen, so we have room for it. We just drop it in here, and then it will snap in. You can kind of open this up, and you can see it just snapped in there. I don't know that it's in all the way. It's kind of hard to do when it's full of cards, but you get the idea. Oh, there we go. So we got a nice snap out of it. And now that's installed and good to go. The nice thing with this whole insert and the way I've designed it is it gives you tons of options. So let's say in the future I already have some dividers here for more characters. Let's say I don't mind a little bit of lid lift. I just want everything in here. You can see how it sits right now. These kind of sit on an angle and they're nice and flush with the box. They can even sit a little lower like you can see over here. But let's say some more characters come out and you want some more to fit in here. These can start to stand up vertically, and look how much space we just got by standing them up. That's plenty of space for the 8 new characters coming out. And then we also have 3 of these. However, with that comes a bit of lid lift. And so that's why there's some other pieces that come with it for if you want it set up this way. So if you want to do it this way, let's say you want all the characters, you want them sleeved, all that, you would put your 8 more characters in here, or maybe your sleeved campaign cards. And then there's actually 2 of, where did it go? This thing. So there's 2 of these, and so the height of this is pretty much the height of how high it stands up. So you can throw another one of these in there, and then everything's just going to sit a little bit higher. I have had it set up that way in the past, and the reason I did that was to fit this stuff in there. But this is how I have it set up now. Plenty of options. Let's take a look lastly at this right here. So this is kind of my like 5 to 8 player box that I have. You can see that I have a full another set of the deluxe bullets, and then some more bags. These are the BGG bags, and you can see I've got, what is that, 3 of them crammed in this little spot. You definitely can't do that with the base game bags. They just take up too much space, but you can see I can really scrunch them down and get that in here. Nice thing with this that we saw earlier is it fits right in this box. So if you want to have an extra set of these, you obviously can just use the box they come in, but this is a little easier to pack in and out because it's so slim. You can see that sits perfectly flush there. Put a couple bags in there. There's even room in the base box to throw these bags. And then, I don't know what you would do here. Maybe cards fit there. Yeah, unsleeved, I guess they do. Yep, so you could fit some extra cards in there, I guess, unsleeved if you wanted. But that's basically what we're looking at. Let me know if you have any questions. This is one of my favorite games, so I kind of went all out with this insert here because I play it so much, and it's a super fun game, but it's short, and so you want it to set up quickly because you don't want the game to set up longer than it actually plays. So with this, I feel like I've accomplished that. Again, thanks for watching. Let me know if you have any questions, and this is available on Etsy. I have a few different options for kind of configuring it based on your needs, and I try to give you all the pieces to do however you want, and then if you don't want to use a piece, then no problem, you just set it aside, throw it away, whatever. Anyway, thanks.